Dobry wieczór wszystkim. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic today. I'm Mysticle and I'll be bringing you the latest in AR and VR news. As usual, you have chapters down below to skip to any specific part of this video that you might be most interested in, and with that being said, let's get right into the video. Okay, so the first thing that we have in today's video is Meta portals. Yes, Meta is finally adding portals to Horizon, and they actually spoke about this during Connect, but they are now being opened to everyone. From Luna on Twitter, it seems this is finally being enabled for everyone as of this week. Here's how the Quest OS v62 Meta Horizon Worlds portals looks in headset. It only appears in the Meta Horizon Terrace virtual environment and possibly a few others. So, in case you guys have been waiting for these Meta Horizon Worlds portals, you should start seeing them show up this week. This is actually a change quite a few people were waiting for, and some might say it's just a cosmetic one, but I just think that portals jumping through worlds, you know, if you've ever seen it in VR chat, it's actually really cool. And if we could have it be super seamless as well, that would be even better. If we didn't have to load through these worlds, you could like literally stick your head through, you know, look on the other side and be like, yeah, that's a different world, and then stick your head back and you'd be in the other one. I think that would be absolutely amazing. On another note, Meta Horizon OS v71 also changes the appearance of your control/move bar in theater view. Per Meta's new developer docs in a future update, this will also be the appearance in standard view. No more awkwardly reaching to the top right of a window. So in case this is something you guys use quite a bit in v71, which we spoke more about in our previous video, well, you should now see this change appear in theater view, which is really nice. Close, minimize, and enter theater view will be displayed in a pill-shaped control bar that enables when users hover their cursor immediately below the bottom center edge of the panel. Will likely behave similar to below, mock-up based on future OS concept from Connect. So that's really cool. What's also really cool is apparently Meta is now bringing Meta AI on their Ray-Ban glasses to Australian customers and UK customers as well. Previously, Meta AI was only available in US and Canada. In the UK, Meta AI on the glasses is voice only to start, while in Australia, it also supports vision, letting it see the world through the camera when needed to respond to a query or take an action you asked for. So that's really cool. That's actually one of the coolest features of the glasses, if you ask me, and it's quite unfortunate that this will not be available to start in the UK. However, you can clearly see that they are heading towards that goal, and hopefully they will be able to enable that in the near future. I imagine that this is more to do with regulations than anything else. Probably same issue will be in most European countries when that happens. But yeah, really cool seeing it actually getting closer to their intended goal. In case you also don't know, the MetaQuest Link PC app, so what we used to call the Oculus app, now has casting and remote desktop built in to its PTC. So if you're in the public tester channel, you should now be able to cast your headset directly to your PC inside this software. So no more needing to do it through SideQuest or to do it through MetaQuest developer app or anything like that. You should just be able to do it right here. The Windows application also used to let your Quest headset act as a PC VR headset, a first-party alternative to Steam Link and Virtual Desktop. You can already cast the view from your Quest to a web browser on your PC, but this only supports widescreen aspect ratio, not uncropped square, and doesn't have built-in recording. Those features previously required a separate PC application, the Developer Hub, which requires registering as a developer and enabling developer mode on your headset. Now Meta has built this in to that MetaQuest Link app. However, the MetaQuest Link doesn't yet seem to have Casting 2.0 cinematic mode from the Quest Developer Hub, which forces the headset to render a wider field of view than what the wearer can see to enable uncropped widescreen capture. This is actually a really cool mode that I've been using in quite a few of my captures, and you may have seen it in previous videos. However, it is only for now available in that Developer Hub application, but it will hopefully come to this in the near future as well. What's also really cool is you can apparently now generate a meta avatar with just a selfie. So if you're like me and avatar creation is a pain for you because maybe you just can't make the thing look close enough to yourself, or you can't decide which of the 3 million different nose shapes to choose from, well, now Meta should be able to do that for you with just a selfie. This is definitely an interesting one and something I'll need to try out to see how well it's going to work. Though Meta didn't announce it, you can now generate a new Meta avatar by taking a selfie. The new Meta avatars with overhauled graphics and animations launched last week after being officially confirmed at Meta Connect. But what Meta didn't announce, neither at Connect nor when they were launching these new avatars, was that you can generate a new one using your smartphone's front camera. To do so, just open the Meta Horizon phone app, navigate to your avatar, and create a new one. You can have multiple avatars now, so generating a new one doesn't mean that you're overwriting your existing one. You can tweak every aspect of it after generation, just as if you were making a manual avatar. Avatar generation from a selfie has been available in competing Ready Player Me avatar system, which supports VR chat, for over 3 years now, and is actually a key element of Facebook Spaces from all the way back in 2017. So yeah, that's going to be a pretty good one for those that are as undecided as me, or maybe just don't feel like creating an avatar and would much more prefer an automatically generated one from a selfie. Spacetop has supposedly unfortunately been cancelled, so Sightful cancels Spacetop will release Windows software for Xreal Air 2 Ultra instead. Sightful has cancelled Spacetop G1 and says it will refund all pre-order deposits. Spacetop G1 was set to be a screenless laptop with built-in Xreal Air 2 Ultra AR glasses, priced at $1,900. It would have been powered by Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chipset, running Sightful's proprietary Spacetop OS operating system. Sightful has emailed everyone who has pre-ordered the Spacetop G1 to offer them a refund of their $100 deposit, and the company will no longer be shipping the hardware at all, as it first confirmed to CNET. Instead, Sightful plans to build AR system software using Xreal Air 2 Ultra on Windows laptops with an NPU, meaning those with Qualcomm Snapdragon, Intel Core Ultra, or AMD Ryzen AI chipsets. This software will take the cancelled hardware's named Spacetop and continue the spatial computing concept of Spacetop OS. But rather than spawning floating web browser windows, it will now spawn Windows applications from your laptop. The idea is that once you have Spacetop Windows software installed, you can just connect to the Xreal glasses using USB-C on your laptop, with the laptop providing both power and compute, and everything should work automatically. Now, this is really interesting, as laptops already have displays. What was really cool about the Spacetop is it didn't actually have a display, and I would still like to see it go ahead maybe in a different product. Laptops without a display, or, just a keyboard and a touchpad with all the gear built into the bottom. Kind of like here, we've got the Microsoft Surface Book 2, which actually has its graphics card and additional battery, the keyboard and touchpad in its bottom panel here. So basically most of the really cool components, and then you can just clip on an additional screen. What if you could have just this and connect AR glasses to it? I think that would be really, really cool, and that's what they were aiming for originally. But yeah, unfortunately, that isn't happening anymore, and maybe it will be revived in the future in a separate product. And finally, unfortunately, YouTube has seemingly forced Juno, or Juno, off of the Apple Vision App Store. So, reading from Upload VR, YouTube convinced Apple to remove third-party Vision Pro app Juno from the Vision OS App Store. Though it claims it has one on its roadmap, Google-owned YouTube currently doesn't have a Vision OS app, and while iPad apps are available on the App Store on Vision Pro by default, YouTube has actually opted out of this, making it unavailable in the Vision Pro. In contrast, YouTube has a native app on Meta's Horizon OS for Quest headsets, and Meta says it's launching a co-watching beta this week. On the Vision Pro, owners can access YouTube through the Safari web browser, so it's not like you can't watch it at all, but people enjoy having native applications for things. I enjoy having a native YouTube application on my headset. Back in April, YouTube emailed Juno's developer, Christian Selig, claiming you have violated and continue to violate the YouTube Terms of Service and the YouTube API Services Terms of Service by modifying the YouTube web interface, as well as saying that Juno strongly alludes to YouTube's trademarks and iconography. The email demanded that Selig update Juno such that it has ceased to modify the YouTube service. Selig said he found YouTube's requests very puzzling. Juno is actively a web view under the hood and doesn't use any YouTube APIs, he says. He also points out that Google's own Chrome browser allows extensions to change the style and theme of websites, including YouTube, and YouTube's own iOS sample suggests using embedded player technique Juno originally used. Further, he says Juno does not use any YouTube iconography photography, bar, and YouTube logo from the company's own page that Juno loads. Selig says he promptly responded to YouTube with these rebuttals, and in June released an update to make the app use YouTube's player styled, instead of using the embed player technique. He also made Juno hide the YouTube logo and added the word unofficial to the subtitle and description of Juno on the App Store. These changes weren't enough though. Selig says a few months ago YouTube contacted Apple making the same claims as the original email. Apple seems to have taken YouTube at its word, and Juno is no longer available on the App Store. Now, that is heavily unfortunate. I'm gonna be very honest with you. I have not read YouTube's terms and conditions of their API. I've never used their API, never had to use their API, and therefore it's not something that I've looked into. However, just reading this Upload VR article and reading the explanations, it really does look like Selig didn't violate those terms. Not only did the developer modify Juno in order to comply with their demands, but it looks like those demands weren't exactly being breached to begin with. Again, I don't know enough about this. Clearly there was something there that YouTube didn't like. Unofficial YouTube apps have existed for like years and continue to exist, so this is even more baffling to me. However, it is their service, so they do end up being able to do whatever they want with it, and unfortunately Juno is now gone from the App Store. But yeah, that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day or night. In case you guys haven't seen yesterday's video, where we ran PC VR, yes, Steam VR on the PlayStation 4, make sure to check that one out below. It's a pretty good one. If you guys like this one, please do leave a like. If you disliked it, I guess this one works too, but let me know why down below. If you guys are not yet part of our community, check out our Discord and our Reddit down below. I want to see you posting your spicy memes, and thank you so much to all the patrons supporting this channel. You guys are amazing. Seriously, much love. Thank you so much for your support. You are what makes this possible. And as usual, if you want me to notify future content coming up on the channel, make sure to smack that subscribe button with your head to my bell as you get in the next video. Peace.